you would absolutely spend time cleaning that properly. Let's just make sure I've no ink on there. Okay. Let me just go on. Do you want to mention while I do a teeny tiny clean?
Leonie has a clean. Well, the stamps, cleans the stamps.
A cheeky clean.
The collection, very, very, very popular this hour. If you want to, please to check out your basket. Remember, if you are a Freedom member, you save £39.99. On top of that, you don't pay PMP. So it works out as a Freedom member, £8.99 per stamp set. You also have got Flexi, so you would be paying just today £22.48, and then next month another £22.48. Interest-free, it just makes it a little bit easier to get all 5 stamp sets, photopolymer, beautiful, made in the UK by a UK artist. I think it is phenomenal. Are you? Have you had the clean?
Now, I would say we're going to stick my panda in.
Oh,
he does look quite cute. I actually will do. Before he sits in there, so the stamp, because I wanted just a little bit more of the vine, okay? So just watch where you are inking. I mean, I have got that leaf, so because I didn't want that leaf, that's going to be a bit tricky. So what I'm going to do is get a bit of card. This is faffing, folks. You wouldn't need to do this at home because you do it. Oh, I'm trying to rush and faff. But it'll do. Let's see. It'll do. It'll do. So, masked off the bit I didn't want. But look, now, bringing on the same one, you've got the little stars. And I really like those little stars. So that bit that I've got a gap, boom. Pop your stars in it.
Oh, the stars. I love those ones.
Aren't they pretty?
They are so nice.
And again now, stamping in black, you see, this will give you, it just breaks up that background. And where I've put me, always get me fingers, sloppy fingers. I mean, that is a bit random at the bottom there, but it'll be okay. So, just some nice little random stars here and there, which looks quite pretty, like that. And I know that's kind of a random, but I'm sticking with that. So, my nice little random stars, and then let's go sentiment. So, I'm going to go for, let's have a see, is it this one? Yeah. So, I'm going to use the artist one, even though it's my panda. No, I'm not, because it's a panda, and I don't think my panda is an artist. So, I'm going to use, I mean, he might be, but I don't think he is.
I like a panda that's an artist. Can I have one?
Shall he be your own kind of beautiful best self?
Yes, and you're looking at me like
I'm looking at you like I'm going to put whatever I want on it.
Well, you always do. Anyway.
It's like...
So should you.
Or shall I go back to artist and stop faffing because I haven't got loads of time? 5 minutes. Right, so the panda's going to be an artist. There we go. Pandale, okay, that were quite good.
That's actually, yeah.
Oh, I need to move that.
There is an artist as well, let's start.
There we go. So, pop that on there, like so. Beautiful. And then the panda. So
exactly, so the panda doesn't know that he's an artist.
Absolutely, because he's never been given the ability.
Yeah, exactly.
And maybe he has, maybe he like we use bamboo sticks, he does loads of beautiful weaving.
Exactly. No, but bamboo sticks are used for calligraphy brushes.
Ah, yeah, he might be able to do his calligraphy as well. Yeah. Boom. Mr. Panda, you didn't know, but... You've got skills, my friend. So little panda there, and then any more little leaves, or am I done? Am I done? Or is there one more? Always have a little look through before you stop. Have a little look through because there might be the one, like the little heart. Oh, I love these ones. The little heart is just beautiful. Let me pop a little heart because this is the one on my favourite. In fact, that one.
Oh yeah,
that's... this for pattern building. That pattern building one, a lot of those were off this one. Not all of them, but a lot of them were on, it's the B one. we've got that on stage show?
Yeah, we do.
That is one of my favourite. You can tell because it's so mucky, but I love that one. Absolutely love that one.
You did a Facebook Live, didn't you? With
yeah.
So it might be still available on Facebook.
Yes, it'll still be there. But, oh, man, I absolutely adore it. I mean, this is just gorgeous. That's a bit too big. See, now I start getting carried away.
But that's the beauty of these stamps, that you can get carried away, and you will find, if you go for the big bundle especially, you will have so many different elements of different sizes.
I mean, that is it. You've got, I mean, look at the little heart. Just that one little stamp is ridiculously cute. Right, I won't stamp anymore. Before we run out of time, though, see, now, isn't that cute?
Yes.
The little panda, and I love it because that is so quick and easy to do. Realistically, anybody can do that because it's just layering, and I like all the, you know, all the layers in that. I'd probably go back in now and put more black because I always do, but I absolutely love that. Before we run out of time, I will really quickly show you. I wanted to show you on one of my backgrounds. So I've got that beautiful background.
Is
obviously
this Pearly Wings background?
No, the Hero Art ink pads.
Gorgeous.
I know, in it are nice colours.
I love that.
Really nice colours. I've had a really nice time working with them. It's ace when you have different shows, isn't it? And you get all these wonderful toys to play with. So this bee is gorgeous. It's one of my favourite stamps in the, well, yeah, I've got a lot of favourites, but I love this bee. I mean, I've never cleaned it, so I'm hoping it's crisp. But
The bees are black anyway. They have got a little bit yellow, but a little tiny bit.
Yes, it looks lovely. Like when you know, you can do like all the wings. You can get beautiful shiny wings on it and things. But the body is just exquisite. So
Is this one of the ones that I stamp on as says?
Isn't that wonderful? That is such a good image. Look at that detail. It never ever fails to impress me.
Wow.
Every time I stamp that, it's like, oh my gosh, that is beautiful. It's beautiful. And it's stunning. And you've got your little beetle in there. You've got all these little extras as well. Is there anything, one last one before we run out of time?
Well, we have got seconds to go.
45 seconds.
Come on, challenge Leone. You can do it. You can do it.
Believe.
Oh, that is a superhero to take it out. You are my superhero. You are the Hochanda
But I didn't
hero.
ruin any cities. Yeah. No, I am going to cut this a bit too fine, I think, aren't I? I did choose a massive stamp for 25 seconds. Leone.
Oh,
Come
20
on,
seconds
come
to go.
on.
Come on, you can do it. You can do it. If anybody can, our Leone can. Make
don't.
sure to check out your baskets because they are fabulous stamps. Do that and have fun and look at that.
Boom.
Isn't it amazing? Right, Leone, we'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow morning or afternoon as well. After the break, well, the one-day special with Scott and Lou. Then at 9, Graphic 45 with Tina and Scott, and then another look at the one-day special.
Hi, I'm Barbara Gray from Clarity Stamp here in the UK. Teamwork makes the dream work, and at Clarity we are designers and manufacturers of, dare I say, beautiful, top quality and award-winning craft products. We are home to the very first, the original transparent art stamp. We hand make them here in Kent, and our talented illustrators are always coming up with new original concepts and wonderful artwork. In addition, we design and manufacture top quality stencils and masks. In fact, we also make precision cut reusable masks for our stamps. Since January 2017, we are also the new owners of Pergamano International, bringing together a wonderful blend of old and new parchment art. We are so fortunate to be able to showcase our newest and best products here on Hochanda and to be able to demonstrate our art ideas to you, our Hochanda friends. So if you would like to learn more about Clarity stamping, stencil work, parchment art, both groovy and traditional, please join us, myself and the Clarity team, here on Hochanda for ideas and inspiration.
Hi, I'm Matthew Palmer, a professional artist with the SAA, the UK's largest and friendliest art community. The SAA exists to inform, encourage and inspire all who want to paint, and that's exactly what you'll learn to do with me as your teacher. As a self-taught artist of 30 years ago, I know the challenges of a white piece of paper and learning how to paint. But with me, Hochanda and the SAA, I'll show you how easy watercolour painting really is. I'm here on Hochanda because I want to show you my watercolour painting techniques, and I want to get you over that white paper fear and get you started and develop your watercolour painting. So whether you're a beginner or an advanced artist, I've got some fantastic watercolour techniques that will get you started and take you even further on your watercolour journey. So join me, Matthew Palmer, for my shows on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Donna and this is my brother Simon, and we're Pearly Winks Craft Supplies. We've been crafting since we were very young. My mum got us into crafting and we've been loving it ever since.
We have a good selection of inks. We started with our Winks, which are just a water-based ink, and then went on to the pearls. We've added some chalks, we've got some glitter sprays, and then we've added some beautiful stamps to complement the inks.
We've got a fantastic design team who help us with all our designs for the stamps, and we've got a great range of inks which we manufacture ourselves here in the UK.
Our pearl sprays and our Pearly Winks are loaded with mica, so they give you amazing results on your projects.
We hope that our products bring you as much fun, creativity and inspiration as they do to us. We love all of our products and we hope you do too. So make sure you don't miss our shows on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Emma.
And I'm Pam.
And we're from Quilters Trading Post. We've been open since 2007, so we're coming up to 10 years now.
We started our business in Cambridge, really, with a long-arm quilting machine. We decided we wanted to make a proper business of it, so we bought a shop in this area. We soon grew out of that because we became successful, and we bought a school, and now we're in the school.
We have 4 parts to our business. We have the quilting service, we run workshops, we sell patchwork and quilting threads, fabrics and notions, and we do patterns and books. That's our newest thing, and our favourite being our Crafters Carry-All.
We've really enjoyed being on Hochanda. It's made us famous, really. We've got lots of people who now come into the shop and tell us that they've seen us, and that they've enjoyed the demonstrations, and they've watched us over and over again.
Make sure you don't miss our shows here on Hochanda.
It is indeed the Flextravaganza. Very good evening to you all. My name is Scott. I'll be with you for the next couple of hours here from the Hochanda studios. Oh no, I hear you crying, was that? And that was just the people in the gallery. I know, the love that we're feeling. It really is. But the good news is that we have got some cracking offers for you, some really brilliant clearance deals for you to take advantage of. And with the Flextravaganza, it means anything over £5, you can split the payments over 2. So, even better ways, of course, of making sure you get some fantastic deals. Now, of course, it's always a shame when in the studios on your own son behind a counter, you always want someone that's witty, charming, and always a knowledge and font of information. She's lovely. She's not here, unfortunately, but she is there via Skype. It is lovely Lou.
Hello. Oh, it's lovely to see you. I'm sorry I'm not there.
Hello, Lou. How are you?
I'm good. It's just it's a bit strange not being in the studio, but yeah, I'm good. Hope everyone else is.
Do you know what? The studio misses you and your cheeriness and your smile and just the whole sort of unicorn magic that you spread whenever you walk through the studio.
Yeah, it's called a lot of other things as well.
Seriously, Lou, it's a shame you're not here, but it's great to be able to see you there. And I know that you're going to bring us, well, we've got some brilliant offers, haven't we? We've got some really fantastic clearance prices for people to take advantage of here, really, haven't we?
As I normally would say, buy. Just buy.
That is your famous phrase, actually, because if you know Lou from when you do shows, if Lou basically believes in the offers and the deals and the price points, she doesn't beat around the bush. She will just say, buy it, just buy it. So it's to be honest, it's like you're here in the studio with me from that. It really is. Should we start off then with a one-day special then, Lou, because we've got two options for people to work from. I will tell you, the Elegant and Scrapbook has already sold out on the show. OK, it is back on extended, though, and now that's from the 23rd we're looking at. Everything else is going to be on from the 21st. Sorry, I'm getting a bit confused on these. It's me hearing. So that is the only one. That everyone else is from the 21st, but that one's already gone once. Just talk to us a little bit regarding what these journals are going to allow us to do. And is it okay to start if I've got no other journaling at all in my collection? Will these do the tricks for me then, Lou?
Yeah, this is for anybody who wants to sort of go one step further maybe, and is quite interested in making journals or making them for other people. And these are all about creating your own style, your own papers, your own individual types. And they've got what they call a floating spine. So the spine is made so that you can put it wherever you choose, because a lot of the times it's sort of already told where the spine's going to be, where the layout is. So this, you can choose.
Right.
And then it's got all the embellishment to go with it, so that if you build up the embellishments in several layers, they become really sturdy embellishments, almost look like metal, in other words.
Yes.
So, yeah, I think it's great for experience or beginners as well.
Yeah, brilliant. And they do look lovely, actually, because you can see when I turn it back round again and you sort of see all those elements when they come together. I mean, every turn of a page you're going to have a different feel and a different look, as much as you want to go with this, haven't you, really?
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit like hanger appeal. When you just see a set of dies looking out from the packet, you're like, well, what do they do? But you've got some really good pieces of artwork there to show you, but that's only a starting point. I mean, the world's your oyster after that.
Really, really good to go with. And I mean, if I was thinking about this as far as putting it together, I mean, would I be able to find tutorials again? Have we got some stuff online again to be able to look at, be able to bring these together?
Yeah, there are some stuff online. There's some stuff available from Studio Light, I think, but there's also going to be some stuff available from me to do with building some of these up at some point as well.
Lovely.
But they all interlink as well, so yeah, that's a nice thing about them. Yeah, you can sort of extend them even further with everything else that you've got as well. So yeah.
Love that. I love that. So that's option number one we've got for you as well. But we've also got the ornate as well and the photo album to work from. And if I just turn these around again, you'll get a nice image of these. Now, we're approaching a quarter of the stock of these already. We've only had one live hour, don't forget. It is a new one-day special. So it is about first come, first serve really for these. But again, a lovely, really beautiful feel to these ones. Again, a different turn on every page.
Yeah, these are slightly different. The other ones were what we call a floating spine, and these are a wraparound spine. So these, you can sort of change the length of the front and back covers. The spine's sort of fixed in width, or it can be portrait or landscape, but it folds around the end pages.
Right.
So it folds around, whereas the other one was sort of built in and you sort of put where the spine was. So these are quite versatile, really, and sometimes those swirls and elegant parts, if you do them in mirror carve, they start to look like metal embellishments. They're really quite nice.
Yeah, and they are lovely. And again, I suppose working with the different papers and how you're going to create this, you're going to get a really, really, really lovely way of giving us a nice personal touch with all of those. They are gorgeous. If you want to go for either one, set one or set 2. They're all both on the same item code, by the way, 425976. Ornate and photo album or elegance and scrapbook for you. These are perfect. You can get these on your flexi, don't forget. Just 2 payments of just £17.46. Please make sure that you do get them checked out of your basket. Don't forget, things do get bumped out of your basket after, I think it's about 8, 9, 10 minutes or so. So do make sure that you do take advantage of them for you. Let's work our way down the counter for you as well and give you the grunge that we've got for you. This is the grunge collection. This will give you 2 die sets. These are your swirls and tags and the clipboard. Now that actually, you can see them here, 17 dies in total, but you get a really lovely feel about these actually. Lou, these are great, these, aren't they?
Bye. Bye.
It's like she's leaving us. Don't go, don't go.
It's yeah, I'm going to do a demo with these and mix them with some of the stamps as well. But these are they're really big. You don't think, I think sometimes it's a bit hard to tell on the TV, looking at TV stuff, how big they are. But these are really quite big, and you do get lots and lots of dies in these, 17.
Yeah.
And they're big. So some of these will make a card in their own right. You just fold them in half, and they've got a card blank. So absolutely stunning, these. I love these.
Yeah, really, really good, actually. We are approaching half the stock on these, so lots of people, they've been really busy for the first hour. I know that a lot of people were taking Lou's advice on these. There's a £13 savings, so I think where Lou's point here, not only getting 17 dies here, but that's a massive saving on this clearance, actually. Now, that gives it one of your best prices to get these at £22.98. 053498 is your item code for those. Now, for your journaling, you need your essentials, and that's exactly what you're getting here, and we're approaching a third of the stock. Now, again, we talked about clearance prices and sale prices for you. It really is phenomenal. Look at what you're saving on this one. A £30 saving, and you're getting all 4 here for your journaling die sets. You've got the ornate and the regal frame, and the ornate and the regal fold. So that gives you 21 dies. Just talk to us a little bit about the difference on that between we've got here with the actual folds and we've got the framing on here then, Lou.
Well, a lot of these can be used as card blanks. So you've got gatefold cards. Then you've got some that can be used and you can incorporate your floating spines so that you can punch holes in them and have them as pages in your actual books as well. You can put them in your journals. You can actually just fold them up and have them, like I say, as mini cards or tag books. So they're very, very versatile. And if you think that each one of them has got layer and layer and layer, and that little trifold there, it's sort of like a little screen one. It's really beautiful to make a little
around,
bit, almost.
Just sorry, Lou, to interrupt. Just going to turn that so you can see the back of it.
It's like an oriental screen design. And if you made, if you only had to cut another one, and you could have like a box. So quite versatile, really. You can make a simple box with them. And the other ones, the dies that are cutting out the elegant parts, the beautiful, elegant script at the edges, they just work in all your other cards as well. So you just think outside of what you see there and think about all the other stuff you've got at home. And, just those 2 end dies alone, looking at that price, that's mad, isn't it, really?
It is. In fact, we're over a third of the stock gone now on this. But you think about that, and not 21 dies and what they'll allow you to do, but with a £30 saving on that, 936583, it is a really good time to get them into your collection right now to be working with. So good luck in doing for those as well. Absolutely brilliant. Now, again, always good to have, regardless of a price point, but when they're actually with a reduced price that you're seeing here, 40% of the stock's already gone on this, which is great. But when you've got your alphabet die plates here, this is going to give you uppercase and lowercase. These are a must-have for anyone that's doing their crafting, surely, on these ones, Luke.
Yeah, and they have got the different sort of, what do they call them? I don't know the name. When you've got the accents over E's or over other letters from different languages. So with it being a Dutch company, they think about that. So there's you can use different languages for these. And also, it's all in one plate.
Right.
I always lose mine. I lose bits all over. So with it being in one plate, you get to cut the lot out, and then you're not faffing, and I can't be doing with faffing.
No.
I just can't be doing with it. So this just cuts the lot out all at once, and you've got it done. And I mean, I don't think asking 11 quid for one die is bad. Never mind two.
No. That is a really good deal, actually. 236242. Once you've cut that through and you pass that one through, the great thing is about that, like you say, you'll always have those letters there to be able to use pick up. So in one pass through, really perfect on those. We've got the block alphabet now, and we've all got the Celebrate. This is 29 dies here. Again, look at that for a price point. For all of those, almost 30, 29 dies for just $10.98. That is a phenomenal price. 20% of the stock. In fact, you know what? I'm surprised more of this hasn't gone yet, because that's a real bargain.
I don't think people realise that's a two for that one.
Yeah.
Because you've got the block and the letter. So it cuts out the lozenge and the letter. So if you did it twice, all you'd have to do is take the letter out of another colour and put it in, and you could paper piece all different colours, bunting, anything. They've all got eyelets at the top so they can be put through. So to me, I'm a little bit surprised that these haven't gone. But yeah, they've got, again, different language formats there, and the balloons, so you can make balloon cards with birthdays and names in them. Yeah. Quite clever then.
It is.
£11.
It is a really good deal. I think that one's sort of snuck under the radar. Grab that one, like you say, 770549. Really good price point for those. Again, and if you really want to go to that personalising your pieces and your projects, I'd really sort of individual on those. That's a great one to be working with. We are really busy on the phone lines. There's actually a 3-minute queue on the phone lines right now, so we will be with you as quickly as we possibly can. Thank you very much indeed for your patience in advance of that. We've got for you your tags and your banners now, actually. We're looking at over 10% here again. 30 dies for just $10.48. Again, a really good price point and a great chance again to get those real personal messages across there with all your numbers. These are great, these as well. Lovely with your banners.
Yeah, these go hand in hand with the others, because you've got your numerals now, so you can put your birthdays, your special days, plus you can do your sis and sisses and all that with it. And then you've got your little banner die cuts so that you can cut out like certain ages or any lettering within a certain size. You could just extend some of those, and even if you've got a very long name, you can use them for that. And then the tickets, great for the journals that we've got on earlier on.
Yes.
So they all work really well together.
234060 will give you all of those from Studio Light, which are absolutely brilliant. Working our way down, a little bit further down now. Just Lou. Great name for Just Lou. But these are lovely, and you've really got to tell with our savings on these ones we've got for you for the Just Lou collection here. We start off with the die sets. This is the In the Clouds. We've also got for you Globe. We've got Cogs and Propeller. 22 dies here, but £13 saving on this, down to £21.96. I love these. I think these are great, these, Lou.
That's £1 each.
That's mad.
And it is, when you think that globe one is all one, it's and you can use them. You can use the wording on its own, and all the circular ones. They don't just have to be for propellers and things. The globe works for all of it. You don't need it on the with the axle and stuff like that. The centre part of the big circle can look really quite Christmassy.
Yeah.
And the wings, you can cut them off and put them on all sorts of different things. So they are, although they do sort of resemble aviation, they're not fixed at that at all.
No.
At all.
No.
You can really build up with them.
And with the phrases you got, we've got the Take Flight in there, Fly Away that's in there as well. We've got In the Clouds, and we've got, is it Creating Love? In there also. Yeah. So some really lovely sentiments to go with that. 438 378. Like I say, again, £13 saving on that, which is great. Now we're approaching half the stock on these, and this is a great bundle altogether here. For under £15, this is a really good bundle. This gives you 8 stencils here. We've got the chevron, you've got the fabulous sunrise in here, you've got the around the world also. You've got really lovely on these, actually. What sort of percentage are we on these that have gone? Approaching half the stock gone. So 8 stencils for under £15, and these stencils are just going to be great. These are going to be one you call upon time and time again, surely, Lou, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. I mean, I know they're mine, but I do have them a lot because there's certain words on the bottom ones that I use a lot, and those ornate ones are really Art Deco, so you can use them. That's like either broken mirror, broken glass, or it could be a sun rays. And you've got parquet flooring, which is quite metallic. You could make it industrial. Cogs, well, they look like propellers, clocks, cogs, you name it. And then we've got, we've got dates, times, cogs again. So you can build up with everything you want, a bit of mathematical equations there or formulas. And then, the postal marks and things like that, which I think when you add them together, it's quite a nice decorative line, that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they go further than the page. They just flop over. But yeah, both of them are A5.
Yeah.
Both sets.
They are fantastic. One you're going to call upon time and time again, as Lou says, but for under £15 as well, for all of those, over half of the stock has been allocated there. 041995. My tip would be get them tonight, before they get, because this show does get repeated, obviously, through the night as well. And again, before the live shows tomorrow, get it in your basket rather than going to somebody else's, I think is the way forward. Right then, we got these on the actual stamps. These are lovely, these sets, actually. We're approaching 20% on the vintage plain, swells, propeller, and the 7 Cs. It's going to give you 18 stamps. But again, just like the stencils here, something you're going to return back to and use an awful lot, Lou.
I'm going to show you how these look because although they're great, to see it on the packaging, I think you don't realise how fine they are until you actually see them stamped. But yeah, I'm going to be doing something slightly different with these. So, don't just think of them as propellers or navigation lines and stuff like that. I'm going to make them into something else. So, yeah, they're great for backgrounds, brilliant for backgrounds.
Lovely. Well, we shall look forward to that. In fact, I'll tell you what, Lou, if you wanted to now, we'll let you set up for your demonstrations and lovely. We'll just finish off on the counter and we'll come straight back to you if that's okay.
Fantastic.
Thank you. So, lovely, Lou. We'll get to see Lou, what she does best right now when we see her demonstrate. But let's just finish off with one more on the counter before we do that. And it's the final set we've got for you here from Just Lou that you can see. Now, again, absolutely brilliant with your die sets. This is for your book cover that you got here. And you've also got the machinery-style book cover as well. 15 dies in total for all of these. If I just turn them around again to give a little idea how you will be working with these, because it's a bit hard sometimes to see just from the dies themselves, although it is good to see the sizing of them. But you'll see here that, it's really, really lovely die to work on this. You do have that £10 saving on here, of course, so it's down to £16 and 98 pence. 874416. I'll be honest with these, there's some real hidden treasures on this counter for you tonight, with some really big savings available for you. So what a perfect opportunity. There's a chance for you to shop ahead, of course, and get them all on the website. Anything you need is all there, of course, to pop those ones into your basket. Like you say, we've already seen a lot of these things are doing really, really well. You also notice on there you got those fabulous 5-star reviews. They keep popping up as well, which is always lovely. Just goes to show you that when people have got them, they have been so pleased, of course. Also, don't forget, you've got your fabulous 7-day savers. They're also there, available, of course, throughout the show as well. So if you want to go for that, we'll tell you that the actual ivory card you're seeing there is 280 GSM. It gives you 100 sheets of that. It's under £10 for that. Highlighted 818198, being really very busy for that. It is a 7-day saver. Always good, though, to get that kind of stock built up at those kind of prices, isn't it? That's what you want to pay, the lowest price. Right then, so that's all there. Enjoy getting these into your baskets, but of course, I know you're going to enjoy this. Lou is a character, but also exceptionally creative and talented. So let's see what Lou has got in store for us. Lou, are you all there and set for us?
I'm all set here, ready. I'm ready to cause chaos. I'm happy. So, what I wanted to do was just show people that you can use these. They're quite big, you know, use these on their own. So you don't need to just use these to get an idea. They're great as, like, to me, let me just show you. These are great as creating your own notebooks. So you think, you know, put a few of these together. And in this one, you get these great clips, right? So if you put a few of these together and then do it double, you actually can use them as clips, especially if you get some of those little cheap pegs that you can get at Christmas or any time to hold your... You can actually create your own. But I just wanted to show you how big they are, because they're a bit deceiving on card, aren't they, Scott?
Yeah.
They look at them and you think they look quite small. Well, they're not at all. So I thought what we could do with is sort of a bit of a mix and match. So I've got both of them. I've got this belongs to this one, and then in the centre of it we've got this sort of tag die shape, which is this wonderful one. Now I've paid a tenner for one of these before.
Definitely.
Now a tag die. Seriously, I paid a tenner for a tag die before now, and you only get one of them. So I'm going to do something slightly different, not tonight, but I've got something slightly different with this one tomorrow. I'm going to do some stitching with it. But I just wanted to show you how these all work together. So in the pack, you've got these wonderful crisscross, and that in its own right is fine. And that's cut out of pearly cards, so you can do all sorts of techniques with that. So you've got that one. You get a wonderful, like a lacy one, which is this one, which is, I've not poked all holes out yet, but never mind. I'm not going to be boring you to do that, but you can see how fine that one is.
Yeah.
And you also get this wiggly line. Now, I haven't got a clue what it says or whether it does say anything. Where's my wiggly line gone? Well, it says, oh, here it is, right? I hope it's not, I don't think it says how, I think it's a wiggly line.
I think it's I think it's a wiggly line.
Yeah, that's not saying out, is it?
Not in my language.
No, that's my mind, that, Scott. My mind. Someone slipped in a naughty way, dear. You know what I mean? I'm thinking that's terrible.
If it was, you'd find it, Lou.
I'm telling you, I'd find it. I'd find it. Then we've got another swiggly line, but it's sort of like rush. It's like a doctor's writing this, isn't it? Impossible to make out. So you've got that one with it, and the reason I'm showing you them all together is because they do go together. So this goes with the circular ones from the previous one. So this, to me, I'm surprised this hasn't gone on already. And this is the one you get, because that is the waist from that one. And
oh yeah.
So I don't, £22, £23. That's, I was really surprised they haven't gone.
Well,
but
we're approaching 60% now, Lou. Sorry to cut over you, mate. We're approaching 60% now of the stock. I've got a feeling now, seeing the size, in contrast to your hand, for example, I've got a feeling people will get the size of that. I love the idea of you making the actual pad. If you do that with your own specialist papers, you can beautiful pad for that, a real working project.
And it'd be nice. It's like quite great. It's good for more sort of masculine things, and I don't mean that by male. I mean masculine as in sort of a stronger feel to them, because you can make very generic things from clipboards and things like that. And there's one of the dies, before I forget, one of the other dies in one of the other packets, and it has this one, and this goes with all of them. And this is like a little torn edge little notepad. So, you know, even the ornate dies have these little elements, and the studio light, they all work together. So what I decided what I was going to do is, I've got the two really big ones, right? I'm not going to do it now, but if you think that this is the die cut from this one, the outer edge, and it is A4 No, let me get it right. I always get this wrong now. I think it is A4 that way. That's it. It's not quite A4 that way. But that's like a good little bingo card, that, isn't it? It's a big bingo wall of that. And then the next one is just a little bit smaller. And it's got these ruffly edges. Now, I don't care how good you are, you'll never get it as neat as that. That looks, it's supposed to look jagged and not neat, but it's neat, not neat.
I know. Do you know what? I actually do know what you mean.
It's neat, not neat, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. You've got to be on the same wavelength to even understand that. This is one of the dies out of it again. Sorry, I keep taking it away. This cuts into the card. So if you just want elements cutting away, and you say you've got a really bright decorative paper, this is something I did for later on, but you've got a bright decorative paper and you don't want to, like that looks like a dog's dinner, doesn't it, like that? But if I were to put that on it, it's not, there's no way you can see all that. So it cuts in, but it also creates a great stencil. Right. Absolutely brilliant stencil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the back. I've used this on pearl card again. And the reason I've done this is I've said right from the last few weeks now, I have bought this card and I've not used it. And I'm getting a bit fed up of buying stuff and not using it, just stroking it. So I've decided I'm going to use it.
Do you know what?
So
I think it must be a lot of people's New Year's resolution, because that's the second time I've heard that. And I've only had 3 shows so far today. And it seems to be a theme. Is it a New Year's resolution? Are we all trying to get through the stock we've got?
I think it is. I think current situations is we've got to, haven't we?
Yeah.
If we want to buy nice new stuff, we've got to use what we've got. And plus it makes sense because, you know, that side of the paper might not be what you want, but that side is more often than not, it's really good card. So I'm going to use that. So the first thing I'm going to do is use this one as a little bit of a stencil. Now, it's entirely up to you what you want to do. I'm going to use a little bit of a sponge with it and some nice bright colours. Not too mad, but I just want to create a little bit of warmth and bit, I don't know, colour. You can pick a colour scheme, and if you sort of stick to it, you know, you can sort of make sure that it'll work if you don't do too many colours. That's if you're a bit unsure about colour to start with. But if you're confident with colour, just go for it. Now, I'm only going to go around the edges. Now, this is really juicy, this one. So with it being quite, I've cut it onto card. If it was thin paper, then it would be easier. But I'm really having to push the colour down because I've got to get through the card as well. So that's the only reason I'm losing half my sponge here now. Not because I'm being ruthless, it's just that I've got to really push it in. But once you've done this, what you can do is colour. I'm going to go the opposite way here now. Colour all your card and then rip this area out and have this as build up and layering for your collage. So you don't waste any of it at all. So I'm just putting this down here. And this is just to give it a bit of added interest. So I'm just going to put this on the edge.
Speaking of interest, we are around two-thirds of the stock on this set now. You're working with it, Lou. A lot of people seeing the different ways of working, and we've now got 6-minute queue on the phone line. So again, thank you so much, Steve, for your call. We will be with you. It is very busy on the phone lines. Just want to give you a heads up on that. But of course, the website, no queue on there if you can and able to do so. Save a lot of time. But we do know you're waiting. We will be with you as quickly as we possibly can. Sorry, Lou. Just want to give people a bit of an update on that. It's busy times.
It's really important that you do that because, you know, we could, if not, we could be sat here, me faffing about, and before you know it, it's sold, and you're like, why didn't someone tell me? Yeah. So you've got to, haven't you? So I've got this, and it is really bright, I know that, but I am not too worried because don't forget that is just going to go on there. So it's knocked it right back now, and then I'm going to put some other stuff on it as well. So now what I'm going to do is just going to create a little bit of interest, but this time I'm just going to use a tiny bit of this. Now, this sponge isn't meant for this, so this is why it's deteriorating. Plus, it's about as old as me, this sponge, so it's seen better days. You know, I think the sponge is holding up better than me.
No, I wouldn't say that, Lou.
I've got bits dropping off me all over the place, Scott. Telling you. All my bits and pieces are dropping away. So, I want to darken. Be careful, hey?
I miss you here, Lou.
I know. But we'll be back to normal, as we say.
Yeah.
I'm going to just take this down a little bit. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I want it to be not too bad, but I just want it to be a little bit darker, but not as bright. So the way I do that is really simple. All you do is you get something like, I'm using bundle sage. Or is that bundle sage? Yeah. And I'm just going to get a little bit of the orange, and I'm going to knock it back with the green. Now you think, knock it back, and what that does is the opposite colour on the colour wheel tones your colour down completely. So I've now gone from, if I just put it on a piece of paper to show you, I've gone from, because a lot of people ask me about what's knocking it back. It's like, no, it's not drinking, it's this. So I've now,
it's the only time that it's not happening this month.
Hey, well, can you just see how it's taking the edge off it?
Yes, you can.
And it's not as bright. It just makes it's similar, but not exactly the same. And that's what knocking it back is. It just takes that edge off it. So there is a slight difference between the two. It either brings attention or takes attention away from something. And I'm just going to add it here. And it's just giving that little bit of difference to the edge. Now, if you use this on ordinary card, it will have the same effect. But if you start to use this on pearl card, you get a very different effect. I'll just show you. It sort of slides over the surface, so to speak. So if you didn't want that effect, and if you wanted to use it on a pearl, you would get a softer.
Yes, you can see the light catches it. Yes, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, if you've got pearl card and you want to use both sides, you will get a lovely, I might even choose to do that. But you've got options. At least you're not stuck thinking I can only use that side. Right, so I'm quite happy with that. That's quite bright and funky. I might even tame it down a little bit. Right, okay. Now, the next bit is really difficult. Not. Right, you ready? This is where it goes absolutely bananas.
Good luck.
People can't. I've been doing a lot of workshops online and lives and stuff, and people go, "Do you know, Lou? When you start, it looks a mess." I say, "I know it does," but you get on. You get on with it, and if people stick with you and stick with it, they'll go at the end. They'll go, "Oh no, how did you do that?" And what it is people are frightened at first, but once they realise that there is a sort of end product, they're not scared, and they'll just go with it. And it's confidence. It's just confidence. Right, now what I've got is I've got watercolours. If you've got pens or anything, not E. coli, no. If you've got E. coli,
you don't want that.
Pens, coli, E. coli, or you've got inks. You're just going to do the same, and all you're going to do is put the pens, you put it on a surface like this, and you would just get a brush and some water and bring it across. And all I'm doing is adding some colour here now, so I'm just going to build it up in oranges now. I'm not going to do all that all day because that would be boring, but you're going to build it up with lots of colour. So if you're using orange, I would stay with pinks and oranges and yellows. But if you want it really bright, you can do this one like this, where it's gone absolutely crazy.
That is very colourful.
It is. It's mad. It's absolutely mad, and I totally agree with you. It really is mad. But this is just a little thing that you can do with the kids. You can do die cuts you've got, and it's just another way of using what you've got. This might be paper.
Interesting what you say, Lou, about the confidence and going with it, because and a big thanks to you as well, because we started doing some stamping and working with my little girl now.
Oh, brilliant!
On her crafting table we got for Father Christmas, And I'm the world's worst because I'm there trying to say, you know, keep within the lines, and then I come and see you demonstrate, and you're like, you put this in there and let it build up, and the confidence thing is something that I'm still trying to learn to let her just go with, just to see what happens and come with it, rather than being too pristine about it, and because that's how you get what you get, you know, isn't it?
It is, and one of the things is we spend the first part of our lives learning how to draw with no rules. And then the rest of our lives, we go to school learning how to draw with rules.
Yeah.
And you lose the creativity. So what we need to do is forget the rules, learn it, and then forget it all again. And then go back to enjoying it. And then it all comes. So if you're not worried about something, you get, before you know it, you've got the creativity back in your work. So I wanted to show you that these are the dies that I've used out of the pack. So this is the only one pack I'm using here now, but I've sort of wanted to show you how you can mingle them all together. So
I'm okay just to pause you for 1 second then, Lou. Just because you're talking about that one, I want to give, we've been asked to give a quick update where we are. We'll come straight back and pick up from there. Is that okay with you? Yeah, I think it is. Because she's gone for a brew already. Right there, the one-day special. You probably hear the kettle going in the background at the moment. Right then, so just to talk you through the ornate and photo album, which is your second option that you got down here. 30% of the stock has now already been allocated for this one we've been looking at here. If I just rotate this around again, you can see better images for you, because I don't actually have a sample here in the studio, but you can see there, for example, how this will work for those. So really, really lovely. It's more of a bound journal that you're looking at in that particular way, which is absolutely gorgeous. That's your second option that we're looking at. 30% of the stock of this one already gone. The first option that we have for you here, it's now looking at dispatch. It has sold out. It is back there, and we're now looking at dispatch from the 23rd. And this is your option here, option number one. Now, they're both on the same item codes themselves. 425976, and you can get these on Flexi also, but it's a brilliant saving on £19 on these, down to $34.92. Spread those costs, like I say, if you wanted to, over 2 payments, you can do, but really, really fantastic offer at $17.46. Right, we've also got for the grunge. Now, this is what Lou's been working. We're now approaching 3/4 of the stock on these. That's a brilliant saving on that. But again, just to see the versatility and the size of these stamps, the dies that Lou's working with, as she was saying, 17 in this price. £13 off, so £22.98, but really great. I love the idea of you being able to use that little clip there that you can see there with the die and be able to actually make a working pad with these, as well as all the other ways. 053498. We've also got for you, it's a set of 4 on these, and these are the essentials for your journals, and you will be getting all of these, and there's half the stock already allocated. Now, this, if you look at your saving, you're actually saving a huge amount. You're saving more here than what you're actually paying. You're saving £30 for all of these, now down to £21.96. That's going to give you 4. That's going to give the ornate and regal frame and the ornate and regal fold. 936583, 21 dies in total. That's the one in the centre. If I just rotate that round again, is the one that Lou was saying, if you use this die, added an extra one onto those, you can actually turn that into a box to work with. So lots of different ways of thinking outside of the box, excuse that pun. 936583. Right, uppercase and lowercase alphabet, over half the stock has now already gone. Look at this, $11.98. It is we did say at the beginning of this hour, it is a really good clearance offer show. Grab them. If you do anything that you're going to need a letter, is it someone's name? Is it for a place? Is it the name of a new home? Whatever it is, if you're ever using your letters of the alphabet, $11.98 gives you the upper and the lowercase. You can cut them all off at one because they're all connected on that die, and then you've also got those numbers already there ready to go for all of your other projects as well. So 236242. We've also got then, stay with that theme, but again, you can really personalise these for your balloons, for your bunting to work on as well. You've got 30% of the stock has gone. It gives you 29 dies. If I just rotate that round, so you can see how you could actually then do your bunting with an age on there. Maybe it's a date we might be going on, as well as, of course, the alphabet. 770-549-1098. Same theme, working together with your tags and with your banners. Again, here approaching 20%. And honestly, Lou and I were both saying this one. I'm surprised more of these haven't gone. It's only tenner. It's £10.48. You've got that £5.50 saving. But again, really great ways of personalising those tags, getting all those numbers in there, dates, etc. And you've got the banner as well, and the oval for that one. 234060. That is phenomenal, that. They're all your fabulous studio light. Then we've got the Just Lou collection as well. So we've got a few products on here, but again, really good savings. If you look at these ones, for example, you're getting 22 dies for just under £22. So as Lou was saying, you're looking at really £1 a die for this one. You've also got in here creating love, take flight, fly away in the clouds, for if you're wanting to have from all of those beautiful dies themselves. You've got the globe, of course, but different ways of working with these. And there, of course, are the sentiments we're just talking. £21.96, £13 saving, 438378. Now, this, I think, it's hard to say because there's so many great offers on the counter. 8 big stencils here, which you're going to work with in so many wonderful ways, which is lovely. And 60% of the stock has gone. And look at that price. £14.96. Again, this is one, again, you're going to come back to using it time and time again. It's so much. Is it the broken window? Is it the sunbeams? Your work will decide that. 041995 parquet flooring. You got Art Deco in there. It's lovely. Really lovely. 8 of those is gorgeous. We've got the stamp sets. Again, I think this is something else that Lou's going to show us and working with, but different ways of working with this. It doesn't have to be what you just see on the packet. It's the other ways of working with this. £19.96. You're going to get all 4 of these. The vintage plain, the swirls, propeller, and the 7 Cs, giving you 18 stamps. £12 saving on that. Phenomenal. 477849. And then, the last but not least from the Just Lou collection we've got for you here. This is, again, really, really lovely. It's only £16.98 for all of these. And these are your die cover sets that you've got here for you. This is your book cover, machinery style you got. It's lovely. 15 dies in here with a tenner off. 874416. Don't forget, we are looking at your extended delivery from the 21st of Jan, of course, apart from option 1 of the one day special, which is the 23rd. Right, a lot of information, but I hope that has helped you, brought you up to date. And Lou, I hope to give you a moment to continue on. Thank you for that, Lou.
Yeah, I'm fine now. Cool. Sorry, I was waffling away to myself then. You mustn't have heard me. I'm saying, yeah, go for it. And you're
Sorry,
saying,
I thought you was having a brew.
No, I've had a brew. What I've done now is I've got and I was thinking, just to explain what I mean about using them in different ways, this can be used as a dandelion clock face. So you can use that, and it's a clock face, and you could have all these coming out of it as a dandelion clock. So there's lots of different flowers. We're going to use them for flowers today, but I just wanted to say that, they're quite clever for flowers. But I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to add this. This is to do with what they call a strobe light on the console of a plane, and this goes up and down when their engines are revving, but I don't even know if they're called engines. But I'm just going to break up the background with this now, just by adding 2nd and 3rd generation, and it just breaks up that orange. So it's a little bit heavy for me, the orange as it is. Now I'm doing it so that I've got different bits showing, and this is the nice thing about this stamp. I'm using a black soot as well, so I've got a nice sort of structured feel to it, but with varying heights. It sort of gives you a bit of versatility.
That's
So
amazing,
just
actually,
giving
what
it-
a difference just adding that one over it has done. It's really broken those chevrons down, isn't it?
It has, and when I put that on now,
Yeah, very different feel.
totally different now, isn't it? So what I've done is I'm going to leave that to dry, because although it is a really quick drying ink, you still need a little bit of ink. Right, that tatty paper I did, you remember when I said just blob it all over like this? Well, you let it dry and you get one of them, which is terrible, right? It's awful, looks awful like that. But there is a method in my madness. So what this is going to do is just going to be glued on there, and it's going to be glued more or less. It's up to you, actually. There's two ways you can do this. I could glue it down now or glue it down later, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to create, change the background slightly with these. And I'm going to make these into flowers, into lollipops. So I could have them on or off. I could have the white side up or pearl side up. And I could do either that side or that side. So maybe like that works a bit better. So what I mean by that is you can glue them down now.
Yeah.
Now, I'd be tempted to glue them down now. So what I tend to do is, rather than try and draw around that for about 2 years, which would take ages to do that, I tend to put a blob of glue on here. I know other people do this, but I've been asked about it before. And I just spread the glue out a little bit, and then I just place, how am I having it that way? I just place that in the glue rather than trying to glue it. And then I take a bit more off, and I'm just going to place that there. And then I'm going to do this one, pearl. Oh, should I have them all? No, I'll have them different. We've got different textures and different feels. So this one, a bit more glue. I'm going to change this position, so maybe that one there. And then this one, I'll have pearl side down. And I'll just have that, so that bit at the bottom will be coming up from the stem. So now, while that's drying there, I can just put a little bit of glue on the edge of this. And it looks, you're like, I know whenever I do this, people go, oh, what's she up to? What's she doing with that? It looks awful. But there is a little method, honestly. Look at this glue.
You see, I'm conflicted now, Lou.
Glue all over.
I'm conflicted because you keep saying you don't like that bright colour, but the more I look at it, the more it's growing on me. I really like it. We are approaching 80%, by the way, in this dye. If everyone's tempted by this, just to let you know, we are approaching 80%. Yeah, help me out, Lou. I like that bright colour.
Well, I do, but, you know, there's a lot of people out there going, oh, that's awful. But, you know, I quite like nice bright colours. Oh, yeah. I was chatting about that today, about how if it's on a card on a mantelpiece, it's craft. If it's in a frame on the wall, it's art. It just annoys me.
Very good point.
So I'm just going to put that down. I've just pressing down like that. Now, right, now, this is the bit, as again, what we did with the background, where we knocked it back slightly. What I'm going to do now is just knock this back here. So I've got these here. This is another bit that you can use whichever way you want. And this is going to be the little stems. So I'll just put up there. But I wouldn't do, well, it's up to you, but you can do this afterwards, I think, which is a bit easier. But I just wanted to show you in case we haven't got time.
That's okay.
So
we've got about 6 minutes left, Lou, just to let you know.
Oh, well, cool then. So we've got 3. We could put maybe, if I was going to have another one, you sort of wouldn't see too much of it. You don't want to go over like that. You just want to put these 2 on. So I'll just do it this way. So I'm just going to put that one there. And if you did wanted to, you could just put a little bit there. So, and then if, you know, that little bit there doesn't really make much difference. But if you're like if you like detail, then that's important to you, and then I would do that. So what I've got is that there now. And what I'm going to do is make the lollipop flowers stand out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a bit of gesso, and this is again exactly what we did before, but the opposite way. We're knocking this back now, whereas with the black we took it down. This is going to knock the flowers, the background back, and then the flowers forward. So I'm just going to paint it, just rub it in.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And you don't need to be neat with this. We're just trying our best to sort of take a little bit of the colour away. So you're not trying to get rid of it, because why put all that? You might as well just put white card on. But what we're trying to do is just
looks more like a softer watercolour kind of through.
Exactly. So everywhere that is the outside of your flowers, and this, when you're painting, this is called negative painting, because rather than painting the objects themselves, you're painting the space that the objects are in.
I see.
So they call it negative. So when you actually do this, it enhances the colour that's in there.
Got you.
Inside, but then allows the lollipops to sort of stand out. Now, you don't have to do the whole thing. So if you wanted it to be quite bright again further up, then just what we do is an ombre, which is just have a little bit thicker here and then roll it up to there. So if you do want even more sort of contrast, and that's what this is, you sort of go around nearer the object with a bit more white and rub that in, so that it actually is a lot thicker. The gesso's thicker the nearer it is to the object. The further away it is, the lighter it is. And you just, like I said, we were saying earlier on today, that once you've got a layer of paint on any surface, it's always easier to apply subsequent layers, because you've got like a foundation or a bed. The first layer is always the worst, because we try and cover everything with it. It's like emulsioning your wall.
Yeah.
You know, you try and cover it with one coat. It doesn't work. If you do a little coat, it doesn't take as long, and it doesn't take as long to dry. So you can see we've got this now. We've took it down a little bit. We've took it back, and we've still got it bright up here. So if you wanted to, you can add what we call dry brushing to the top if you wanted to, which is like that.
I just love how this has come together with all those little techniques. You know, you started with the chevrons on the outside, you know, from doing the original die cut. The chevrons are out the outside. Yep. You've gone over those again with the stamping. You had the lovely brights of the colour, but again from the die cuts, they're coming through, and you've got a really fun, colourful piece that's come through from this. And all those lovely techniques really have worked together. I didn't expect to see this at the end of it. I don't know what I expected, Lou, but I knew, knowing you, it was always going to be great. And it's just lovely. Again, you've delivered again.
Well, I think what it is people tend to see all the finishing. They tend to see all the stages as finished elements in their own right, and they're not. It's got to get mucky before it gets better. And, you know, and then as soon as you realise that, you're not sort of putting all the pressure on yourself. And to deliver, and you end up experimenting, and more often than not, that's when all the great things happen.
Yeah.
What I've done on this bit is I've put a little bit of the gesso, and I've added a tiny bit of orange to it, just to show you that there is a distinct difference between the two.
Yes.
So that if you wanted to knock the white back and not have it as white, that's fine. You could still do it, but only use one of the predominant colours that are already in. Don't introduce a new colour.
Well,
what you can do when you're finished. Go on.
No, I was just going to say, we're down to our last 60 seconds, Lou, and our last 20% remaining of this die that you've been working with. So
well, I'm doing that.
I just want to say thank you so much. And I know you're back on again tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow, if you'll have me.
Oh, you are always welcome. You're always welcome. It's always lovely, even via Skype, even not in the studio. Lou, we send lots of love.
Thank you, and to you and your family and everyone there.
Yeah, love it. And thank you for your shows today. And I know tomorrow at 8 o'clock be another busy show with yourself. And get yourself that brew now. And thank you again, Lou. Speak to you tomorrow, hopefully.
Thanks so much. Take care. Thanks again.
See you later, Lou. Take care. Bye-bye. Lovely, Lou. Well, it's what a really busy show. I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope that's inspired you. Don't forget to check them out of your basket. What a pleasure. Please don't go anywhere, though. Get yourself a brew, and I'll be back with you in about 2 or 3 minutes. Get ready. It's Tina and myself now for an hour with the wonderful papers of Graphic 45. Then there'll be another rerun of the Stuart Light Super Savers one-day special. Then Fabric Freedom Happy Hour.
Hi, I'm Nikki Hassan and I bring Spellbinders products here to Hochanda. Spellbinders are an American-based company and they have been in the industry for well over 15 years. Spellbinders have always brought us dies with stunning detail, but today you will find tools, dies and stamps within the Spellbinder range. What I love about Spellbinders is their partnership with licensed designers. This always keeps my creativity flowing. I hope to inspire you with lots of hints and tips on how to use your Spellbinder products. So join us for the Spellbinder shows here on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Abs from All and Create. I've been crafting for over 10 years now and I love stamping, stenciling, creating layers of colours, textures and creating depth and dimension. All and Create was established in October 2016, collaborating with a group of designers and artists from all over the world, bringing different designs and products in different styles. We pride ourselves with high quality photopolymer clear stamp sets, dies, stencils, washi tapes and acrylic blocks, all in different size and formats. In my shows at Hochanda, I hope to bring you inspiration and different ways of using your craft products. Make sure you don't miss the All and Create shows on Hochanda.
Did you know you can watch Hochanda 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for free using our app on Roku? Just like your smartphone accesses an app store to add new applications, your Roku streaming player or Roku TV accesses the Roku channel store to add new channels. By downloading the Hochanda channel, you'll be able to access your favourite craft channel on your TV anytime you want to watch. Here's how to do it. Turn on your TV and connect your Roku device. Next, turn the power on and press the home button on your Roku remote. Scroll up or down to select Settings. Select your network and select Setup Connection. Roku uses a wireless connection, so select your router name and add your password. This should be on the side or the bottom of your router. If this is the first time using Roku, then you'll need to set up an account on the device or by going to the Roku website. That's it. Now it's time to add the Hochanda app. Simply press the home button on the Roku remote. Scroll up or down using the arrows on your remote to select streaming channels. Then open the channel store. At the top of the channel store, you'll find a list of featured, new and popular categories to explore. Enter Hochanda into the search bar and this will take you to the Hochanda app. Now simply select Add Channel. When you see the added channel screen, press OK and return to the home page. Now scroll down to the Hochanda app and press the star button on your remote. You can then use the arrow buttons to move Hochanda to the top of the screen for quick and easy access. And that's it. You can now watch, purchase and catch up with your favourite shows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on your TV whenever you feel crafty.
Hi, I'm Julie.
And I'm Paula.
And together we are Julie Hickey Designs. We formed our partnership after many years of friendship, after both of us being in the craft industry for well over 20 years.
We have a great partnership. I do all the day-to-day business side and Julie does all the designing.
Our range of stamps and dies are made to the highest quality. Our stamps are the deepest etch that are available and they are made in the UK. And they give you beautiful, clean, crisp impressions every time, and our dies cut like a dream. The thing I love to do most is to share my ideas, hints and tips with you, the Hochanda viewers, so I can inspire you to pick up a stamp and get creating. So be sure to tune in for the Julie Hickey design shows
on Hochanda.
Right, everybody, welcome back if you've been with us already, or very warm welcome if you're just tuning in with us. I hope you've got yourself a nice brew. I'm into me hot chocolates at the moment, these cold. Yeah, I'm loving that. I might even pop on a little marshmallow or two. I know, rock and roll with me. But it's lovely to have your company, and lovely Tina is here as well with us. You've had a good old day. You was here first thing this morning on shows.
Yeah, no, I've been loving it. Absolutely brilliant day.
That's good.
Yeah,
Do you like
really
a hot
good.
chocolate as well, Tina?
I don't mind.
Yeah.
Yes, but I agree. It's got to have the marshmallows.
I think there's no other reason.
It's rude not to, isn't it?
It's rude not to. So whatever you're partaking, thank you for joining Tina and myself for this hour. And we are, honestly, we talk about luxury hot chocolates, but we talk about luxury papers here, really, everything that goes with it, because that's really how I would describe Graphic 45. I think they are luxurious papers, aren't they?
They are, ever so. Such good quality, a lovely thickness to them. And I like how the fact that they're uncoated as well, so you can add your inks to them.
Right, okay. So so that sort of difference, is that they are more accessible to different mediums to work
Yeah,
with?
definitely. I mean, you've got the choice then whether you put some gloss on them.
Okay.
Bit like my hair.
Yeah.
Or whether you stick like with the matte and leave them uncoated.
Right.
But, yeah.
Okay. So lots of options. But I'll tell you whether with them, I mean, the quality that you do get is fabulous. We've got two options for you. We'll take you through both of them. We're starting with Life's a Journey. So in the kit, and we're talking about the complete collection. There are different options if you want to look online, of course, on a website. But with here, you're going to be getting the 12 by 12. You're going to get the 8 by 8. You're going to get in the actual pre-cut, or the die cut for you, the stickers for you. You've got the card as well that's already been done for you, and the ephemerals. I mean, you're getting so much. But let's give you a little. What did I say? Ephemerals. What did I say? I don't know. You say ephemera, I say ephemera, tomato, tomato. Let's call the whole thing off. No, let's not. Let's just take you through, because the images, and this is something we were talking about in our previous show, Tina. The Graphic 45 have a great way of just knowing there are certain colours they'll bring out, but they'll bring it out in a different image, but it will match beautifully, which makes collating things together with Graphic 45 a real piece of cake, doesn't it, really?
Yeah, absolutely. Do you know, that particular sheet, the one with all of the people on the little bicycles, wouldn't it be great if you were somebody that hopefully this coming year will do the London Marathon?
Oh, yes.
You know, and just to sort of like get photos of it and make a journal and be using that. I think it's absolutely gorgeous.
They are. I love that. There's a fun element as well, but they also capture a certain time. I mean, there's the romance, transport, you know, going back, wasn't it, to the 20s and everything like that, because it was such a big thing, whether it be steam liners, locomotion.
Definitely. I mean, I don't know, we're not travelling at the moment, but we have done, so it's time to get all those photos out, isn't it? And start recording some of your travels.
Oh, that's a really good point, isn't it? Because, you know, how many of us just take them on digital?
Exactly.
Now's your time to actually catch up, get them printed off, get them ready, and to go. And the other thing about the papers like this, one sheet has got so many projects in that one you can work from.
That's right. I mean, if you're a little bit nervous, what you could do is you could actually just use a craft knife and take out one of those elements in the middle and slot your photo behind it. Page done. Yeah. You know?
Job done, isn't it, really? It really is. I mean, and the colours, again, of all the papers. And this is a point here we talked about. It's not just the lovely images you get, but all the colours. But if you can look behind, you see that the other print is behind it as well.
I know. Now, what other company would worry about that? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've got the stripes going on there. You would think that was enough, but oh no, you just get the little extras.
They are absolutely beautiful. I mean, lots of bright colour, but even also the monochrome with the black and whites, again, I'm loving this with a penny farthing.
Yeah, I think, you know, like me, so many people are in love with their papers because they're kind of like a paper mixed media. They're all layers, aren't they?
Yeah, yes, I got you. They are really, really gorgeous. And again, this is just your 12 by 12s we're talking about, you know, so all of those, and that combine them together as well. Again, we've got all the other options. Let's just show you again. Some of these, again, that you're going to get 2 different sizes mixed in with these, which are all there, all part of it. And you've got the 16 4x6s and you've got these 16 3x4s as well. But these, again, all double-sided. You were showing these earlier on as well, putting them together in your diaries and working, you know.
Definitely.
Great way of jazzing them up, really.
This is it, because, you know, when you look into your diary then, you've got the beauty of the front, and then you've got, you know, the different things on the back of it that you can make notes of. It might be more, like, you know, something private, a doctor's note or something like that, that you know, that you're making a note of in your diary, and you don't really want it to be visible.
I think they really are absolutely fabulous, these. They're gorgeous. And just to show you a couple of the sort of projects, because you've still got all of your die cuts, you've got the stickers that I talked about as well, you've also got them on your card to work from. But when you start bringing these together, I'll tell you what, let's go with it. I'll kind of save that one to last and come back to that one as well. But just to sort of see the projects that you can do, when you start bringing all these elements together, the job is done for you, because they all work absolutely beautifully together, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. You got, you know, I mean, the one that you've got in your hand there, you could put some blackboard paint on the back, and just use that, you know, as like a little hanger, and then you turn round to pop your notes on.
That's really nice. Lovely ideas on these, actually. But I think the whole idea, maybe it's because we've not been allowed to do it, but the whole idea of discovery and journey, I think people are really chomping at the bit.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
to be able
definitely,
to do that.
Definitely. And you can start, you know, you can start sort of making some plans, a list of where you would like to go, where you've been, and start making those journals up.
I love this. I'll just show you one more to finish off with. This is all done really with the sort of the black and white elements.
That's your favourite, I think, isn't it?
I just think, well, do you know what? I just think it looks so good, so impressive. You know, I know we've got all the little metal parts onto it, but you can see. I just think there is something that's so lovely in the black and white. But the whole idea, that could have your photographs in it or anything like that at all, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got a vintage look to it, but it's smart as well, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
You know?
It is. Really, really lovely. So, Life's a Journey, the complete collection that we're looking at here. Now, that is absolutely phenomenal, because if you bring all the individual elements together, they've all have their savings on it, and actually collectively with all of that on there, looking at £32 saving with this, really, which is phenomenal for everything. So for all of that, all of your papers, all of your die cuts, everything, your 8x8s, your 12x12s, all of that is absolutely phenomenal. Now, if that's not quite within your budget, not to worry, but you still like it, we have got some other options you can look at. So if you want the papercraft in here, so that will give you the 12x12 kit, that gives you the chipboard, and also gives you the die cut assortment, all of that, that's also got that £10 saving. That's just £23.47 that we're looking at. That's 268,374. But if you want to go even smaller than that, but still have all the beauty that you're going to get with Graphic 45, the Life's a Journey, that still gives you the 12x12, and it gives you your 8x8 paper pads there, the stickers and the ephemera pack, all of that there, and that's down at £24.96. That's 265,882. So that's one of your options you've got on the show here, and if you had a chance to see it before, we've got our second option now, which is your fashion forward. And again, this is lovely, and again, probably here with lots of individual images on these, Tina, but the colours, again, are lovely, and we literally cover the entire year in these papers as well.
And that's why it's, you know, I chose it to actually use on my own sort of like diary, because I got actually carried away. When you were talking after I finished that demo, I was still going. So I'm going to have to do that, you know, through the rest of my diary now.
You are, aren't you? To finish them all
loved it.
Well, I'll take the papers through, but again, the images are so bold and striking, aren't they?
Bold and bright. I mean, you've got cards that you could make from that. You've got like your diary and your journals you can make from that. You can still do your 12x12 like scrapbook pages by either using like elements from the front or turning it round and using the papers at the back as well, because they've still got a beautiful back to them.
Yes, they have. They really have got. I mean, all the colours.
They're beautiful, aren't
your
they?
main colours that you see on that front page, you're going to be seeing again on the reverse of those. All the way through. Some lovely blues.
You do get 2 of each, don't you?
You do.
So you can, you know, you can do that. You can use a reverse and then the front side as well.
but they are striking. And again, individual pages. I've got so many individual projects within those.
Yeah.
And pretty much every colour palette is in here. We've got the bright pinks, oranges, we've got the blues, we've got the ambers, we've got all those gorgeous yellows we can see for October with the sort of pumpkin colours going in there for November. And again, you've got your greens and your reds for your December. So something, again, for absolutely everybody within those. They are beautiful. Again, you are getting not just your 12 by 12, so you're going to be getting your 8 by 8s, you're going to get your strike-ins. If you look at these again with all those, with the colour pads in here, but again, the detail we talked about right at the beginning, with that sort of detail that's within the paper themselves, you get the main image.
Yeah. I think, you know, I mean, I love all of Graphic 45s, and I love a lot of other papers as well that are out there. I just love the fact that these match in, and you know, you can't really call them like patterns and solids. They're like a standalone thing on their own, aren't they? You know,
I mean, just look at
they're
that
just
one there.
beautiful.
So many images in that one there as well, just to sort of the work with.
Yeah,
But
well,
really,
this
really
would
beautiful.
make beautiful wedding invitations as well,
wouldn't
I
it?
think.
Absolutely gorgeous. Not only that, again, you're going to be getting all of those. And I know I want to bring out, because we talked about already the die-cut pieces that are there. And you get some really lovely frames in this one. But again, the detail, just to show you a couple of these, I think it's 49, I think it was, if I remember rightly, for all of the pre-cuts that are there ready to go.
That's my #1 favourite from the
This
die-cut pack, yeah.
Isn't it
I've got a
beautiful?
thing about clocks and the pocket watches and things like that, and that is my absolute favourite embellishment. And luckily, it's in each of the collections that we get. So,
but I bet that, again, like you say, can really be a focal point for any project
definitely.
to
I'm
work
going to
with.
use that next, actually.
Oh, are
So,
you?
Yeah.
Ah, that's lovely. But again, all the lovely frames are all ready to go there, and the detail that are on these are just beautifully, beautifully cut, and they're all ready to go. But just those, around a photograph,
Exactly,
in a project.
That's right. I mean, even if you were just putting it in your wallet.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
True.
Just frame it up and pop it in your wallet.
It's true. So many projects. We'll show you more as the hour goes through. 010995. That's for the complete set. That's what you get in your biggest savings. 36.44 on those, which is phenomenal. Again, we can take that down to some slightly smaller options. 631518. That's going to give you your 12 by 12 paper crafting kit, and you're going to get the chipboard and the die cuts for those. That's £23.47. We've also got that third of those bundles, still giving you the same quality. And this is going to give you a 12 by 12 plus your 8 by 8 paper pads. It's going to give you the stickers and the ephemera pack for all of that. £15 saving. I love those. They're absolutely beautiful, those ephemeras. £24.96. 932784. If you are looking for ways of getting those projects put into your projects, well, I guess we've got some really lovely albums for you. We've got the travel albums, and this is really nice. Earlier on, I had struggled getting the cover off there. I nearly struggled again. Luckily, I had all my shredded wheat. This is fantastic, this actually, £12.49. And inside actually, it's a bound covering on this. Yeah. You've also got the actual little pouches you've got at the front and at the back of the actual, the main page on here. But you've got three, so you've actually got your plain, you can take from your watercolour, you've got your lined option, and you've also got your grids that you can work with on these. But I think these are great. These are really good, aren't they? Great starting points.
They are fantastic, because each of those books in there have got their own little pocket at the front and the back as well. So you've got plenty of room just to pop some receipts in there if that's what you're doing, or your photos ready to make a page. What I also love about this one is that you can pop out each of those books once they're full, and you can buy them separately. So, you know, you can always then reuse your actual journal.
Right, that's brilliant. Because they are just bound, aren't they? With the elastic that goes through.
That's right, yes. They just pop out quite easily in there.
Really good, that one. 358613, £12.49. That's also got that £3 saving for you, which is lovely. We've got a couple of options for you as well. We've got the craft for you. This is the square on the pocket album for you. Do I want to try and get the covering of this one as well?
Oh, look at you.
Get him here. It's the guns, everyone, huh? Well done. You can actually take a bit of folded paper off of a cover. Oh, no wonder she loves me.
Guns or water pistols?
Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, brilliant. Right, that's we've got inside here. Again, each one of these are fabulous as starting points, aren't they? Because you've got your tags all ready to go.
Yes, no, they're fantastic. Again, you can buy tags separately as well. So what you get is you get a tag in one side, and on the other side it leaves it free for you to pop in whatever you want to pop in.
Yeah.
Plus, also on the tag sheets, you've got like the little secret pocket that's on the edge. So if you open that one up, do you see just on the edge? Yeah. That's it. So you can pop bits in there as well.
Ah, this is brilliant, isn't it?
It's
a real 007.
So much room. So much room. And in between each signature, you get slightly more room before the next signature.
Right.
So that means that any bulky embellishments, you can pop those on your pages and you've got space. Yeah. Really so well thought out.
Very neat, actually. £3 saving on that, £11.99. That's 984-512 on those. And last but not least, notice I've not put the actual covering back on them. I've just sort of walked away from that. Quick one on my head, sorry for floor manager Bonnie. We've also got for you the in ivory, £13.99 for the tag, and the pocket album for these. Again, same rules apply. Do these also have the little secret?
They do,
yes,
yes.
Don't they?
So this is, again, you can buy the different size tags to go in there. So you can pop your square ones that you might buy extra, or you can pop the next size up. They also do a long tag as well. So if you like to make something where the tags sort of like flap out, if you like, you can see them, then you can use those in with this one as well.
Do you know what's nice about this is the finish on these as well, actually. It's really sturdy, isn't it,
Absolutely, they are gorgeous. So, you know, they would take a lot, and a lot of mediums as well. Such good quality pages.
Absolutely brilliant. £3 saving. £13.99, 406 731. Just to let you know, though, we are on extended delivery right across everything on the show. The 26th. Is it 26th? Yeah, 25th of January for you on all of those. Absolutely brilliant. We've also got now, you know the box I was showing you on, we had some of the lovely ornate metal elements that go with it. Well, these are great for these, actually. So if you want to go for this one, this is $11.98. And this is going to give you the corners, the metal corners that really can finish off any of those box projects you got. And the antique brass stamped metal brads, $11.98. That's $698. 594 for those, but they really can make a big difference, all of these, to those projects that you're looking at here. Same again here with the door pulls and the architecture washi tape. You see with your gloss black, really lovely, high end again. $9.98 on these. 132743 is your item code. One more as well to show you that you might want to be looking at. And this is for 768519. These are the brilliant. I love the keys on this.
Yes,
this is
definitely.
the metal door plates and the knobs and ornate metal keys. So just one of those in a project on the keys can really sort of just it gives it a wow factor, doesn't it?
It really does. So yes, you do only need to pop them one embellishment, and then you're ready to go.
Love these. Really good. 768519. Well, there's plenty. They're all there on the website, of course, for you to have a good look through. But what are we going to be working on this hour then, Tina?
Okay, so I'm going to work with this box. It looks like I've got a top on, doesn't it, with this? The way it's shaped there. So,
What's the matter? What?
That's like I've got a nice little top on.
It's no, it is.
Right.
It is. Yeah, this is from the Fashion Forward, isn't it? Yeah, that particular paper, yeah.
So in my shows this morning, we had these really gorgeous boxes. So because I was using different mediums and paints, what I thought I would do this time is I said to everyone I would take one of these and pop the papers on so that you can see that you can use the papers as well. And I get to use both, you know, great things together.
I love it. I love it.
All right, so this is
it does look like you've got it as part of your top on that shot.
It really does, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of them shows, isn't it?
It is.
Right, okay, so I'm going to turn this over because I would normally paper inside as well, but I've just popped a little bit of black ink on there because we want to concentrate on the papers.
Right.
So I've got lots of different embellishments, and I'm going to take my black Distress Oxide and I'm just going to go around the edge of one of my ephemera cards. Now I've actually cut this one down a little bit just to fit my project, but because I've gone for some yellow on one side, I want to make sure that that all matches in on the front of my piece. Okay,
It's amazing
So-
the difference any paper can make to
Oh my
MDF
gosh,
projects
yeah.
across the board, isn't it?
It really is. I mean, you can just, you know, you can just go to town, can't you?
Yeah.
So I'm going to pop that up just on a couple of my sticky tabs.
You know, you just
So-
said that you can really go to town on that.
Yeah.
Our producer goes, "Oh, I miss going to town."
Oh, bless.
It is. It's true, isn't it? I miss going to the hairdressers, but that's not because of lockdown.
That's been going on a few years.
One day, I'll treat myself.
So I've popped that one on there at the front, and then I've got two of identical cards here, and I'm going to just again get some black ink around the edge. There we go. It's nice to have a laugh, isn't it, this late in the evening?
Yes. Oh, definitely. Definitely, it's. We'll have a little bit of.
I have to be careful though, because I've got a really weird laugh. Oh, I've got hair like Barbara Windsor and a laugh like Sid James. Oh dear.
That's all right. It's you know, as long as people are laughing, there's a lot of people that haven't been, so it's nice when we do get a chance.
Exactly. Yeah, it's you know, it's really it's nice to know that we might be sort of like helping people forget what's going on, isn't it?
Absolutely.
You know?
I've got a lot of messages that have come
So
through.
there we go. We've got those just on either side.
A lot of messages come through from people saying, you know, to the whole of the Hochanda team, every presenter and guest that I've always come through, just saying, you know, thank you, because it is, but thank you everyone else as well, because it's
Definitely.
a two-way thing. You know,
It is.
You keep us going. It's nice to hear when we are doing things together. I know how bad it is to have a conversation with someone, because I got a phone call from someone from one of the utility companies the other day, and I was happy to have a chat with them. And I thought, well, do you know what? It's a bit of company.
Popular, haven't they?
I should have told him again, mate. I'm not upgrading, mate, but I mean, carry on. It's nice to hear your story. It was lovely, and it was an automated message as well. That was the other thing. It wasn't even a human. But, you know.
Oh dear. I just caught on to what you just said then.
I left it a while.
Oh my God! Don't. And my weird laugh at me in. Right. Okay. There we go. So I'm now going to just work out where I want to place everything. So, can I do that? Do you know? No, I will take that
Just
side.
while we're working this, just the contents, by the way, in the complete collection, they're all going to be scrolling on the bottom of your screen, so you can see exactly what's going to be included in all these, just as we're going through this as well with Tina. So, and it helps me as well, to be honest, because there's so much in it, to be quite honest. You can easily forget.
There is. It's a wonderful set. As I said before, you know, to be able to pick up both sets for the same price we normally pay, and near enough for one, is fantastic.
Yeah, £32 saving if you think about all the savings across all that, you know, when you only look at 36 now with the whole thing. So, and you can get this now for a payment of £18.22 on your Flexi for your first of your payments there. So good way of spreading the cost as well on the old Flexi buy.
It really is. I think I'm going to put a couple of those there.
Nice how that yellow pops out from the
It
beginning
is,
with that lovely
isn't it?
black background to that.
I think I'm just going to have a little play. No, I'll stick with that one. And then I've got a couple of, I wouldn't necessarily put them on here, but I want to try and show you as many things as possible. And, you know, there's no rules. You can put them wherever you want to.
Yeah.
So these packs, you have two different brads. So you have one that's got, I think, more of a floral on it, and you've got this one with the circle. But they can then actually pop through this part of this door. What would you call it? Door plate, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good term, yeah.
And then that would sit there, or you can pop it wherever you want to pop it. So like me, I like to load up my embellishments in one area rather than spreading them out. So let's pop that just there.
Yeah, the embellishments, those that go onto it, we've got details for those at the bottom of the screen now, but they really do make a difference to a project.
Yes.
They give it the gravitas.
They do.
Maybe that's it, the word.
They do. Also, I've got these, which were the corners. Now, in the corner pack, you get 4 of these ones, which are flat. Okay, and then you get 4 which have got like the little ridge. So if you want to pop them over the top of a project, they would sit on, whereas these one can sit flat. So I tend to, when I have these, I tend to then use them, not necessarily as corners, because I know that they're going to lay flat. So I use them as like nice little decorative embellishments. Now I'm using gel medium, but that will dry clear, so you won't see any of that glue there.
Right.
So then let's add in some flowers as well.
This is, I mean, this is what I can imagine a lot of people have, when they've had a bit of time.
Yeah.
To enjoy doing this, Sally, because
absolutely,
you know, it's sometimes everyone is rushing around so much. And don't get me wrong, I know there's a lot that's still working very hard during lockdown, with homeschooling and trying to do their normal work and all of that. And I know how that feels. But it's for those that have got that little bit of time. Projects like this are great. I wonder how many people are getting projects finished.
This is it, yeah.
That have just been left.
Yeah, I have so many things that have started. I mean, with these, at least I get to sort of like do projects, and then I can, you know, have something completed.
Yeah.
But when it comes to my sewing, the amount that I've started, you know, that need finishing off. But I'm getting the time now. It's, you know, it's getting, getting better. So what I'm doing with these is, because they're on a wire, I'm just twisting around here, just to give them a little bit of something extra.
Twirl.
The old twirl. Whoops. That's it. So that's it. Just laying the different bits along here, and then I think maybe I'll add another one down there. Just need something to balance it a little bit.
Right. Now, how's your stories coming? Because you said to me you've got some stories you're going to share with me on air. Now, we've already shared the one that you...
Stories!
You glossed your hair. You glossed your hair. Was it gloss?
Lost my hair.
Was it gloss?
It was spray varnish.
Spray varnish. You picked it up by mistake. You were going for the hairspray.
Yeah. But the upside is I had to go and put some stuff into the car, and I was waterproof. So, you know, it was absolutely fine. There's always an upside. Always look for the upside.
Always.
Yeah. Oh no, I mean, my life is a bit like a comedy sketch, to be honest. Some of the things that happened to me. One, can I tell you this one?
Well.
Yeah. No, I think it's all right.
And then we'll let you know.
We'll have to edit as I go along.
Okay.
No, I mean, normally things happen with like my sister and when we're together and stuff like that. And this one particular time, we'd gone shopping. And we were clothes shopping, and I'd seen this dress that I liked.
Yeah.
And we went into the changing room. This is obviously before lockdown and everything. This was years ago. Went into the changing room, and I had... there was a queue of people there, and then I got into the changing room. My sister was waiting just outside the changing room, and I'd obviously got undressed, and I'd put this top. I mean, it was a halter top, so I had nothing underneath, obviously, because it was going to come round here. So I got it on, and I got it caught, and I lost my balance.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and I fell through the curtain out in front of everybody.
Oh, no.
And I thought, it's okay, my sister has saved me. And she went,
That's what sisters do.
Yep.
Oh, no.
So, so many things.
I'm sorry, Stuart, I'm so for laughing.
Oh, dear. Just so many things.
Oh.
So many things. I got out the shower the other day when I was staying sort of like here, and reached for the towel, burnt my bum on the radiator. I can say bum, that's all right, isn't it?
Well, you said it twice, so you might as well. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's after 9, I think we're allowed that one.
Oh, don't.
Wow.
So, yeah, no.
It's the heating works.
I swear someone's following me with a camera. Do you know what I mean? And this is all going on somewhere. It's like a bit like the Truman Show, isn't it, you know? Oh, don't. I'm a bit scatty.
Did you keep the garment, by the way, from when you were in the...
No,
you didn't
I
keep
was devastated. I like
thought they would give it to you.
Opened the curtain, crawled back in, and all I can hear is my sister laughing her head off. So, yeah, no, it's great.
Oh, I love the story.
Sisterly support.
I love it. Yeah, exactly.
So
Just
there
what
we
you
go.
need.
So I
Oh,
won't lift that
beautiful.
up because that's going to, the embellishments will fall off. But it's just pretty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just so, so pretty.
Really,
And then you can
lovely.
obviously fill that with whatever you like.
Yeah, gorgeous. Right, thank you very much for that one. That's brilliant, that, Tina. I just want to give people a bit of an update again where we are. We've got Graphic 45. Sometimes that just says enough, really, when you know, because the quality that you're going to get with Graphic 45 is one of those brands. I remember when I first started with Hochanda, and I know that I'm only here every now and then, of course, but it's one of those names and the brands that you just, once you hear it and you see it, the quality stays throughout. And for my 5 years with Hochanda, you know, that name, Graphic 45, it's never strayed in any way. It's always been, whenever I've shown any of the products on the show, it's always been of absolute top notch. It has such a great following of people that, for the reasons, I think once you've worked with it and you've used these papers, you fall in love with them. Whatever the design is, whatever the sort of the topic is that you're working with, Graphic 45 is synonymous with projects that they've thought of everything for you, from the quality of the 12x12s and the 3 repeats again you're going to find in the 8x8s, the ephemeras that you're going to find, the cuts, the die cut pieces, the detail that you're going to find in there is phenomenal. And sometimes it's just the framing of them, or it's just the wording they picked out, or it's just the bike, or it's just the cut of whatever it is. It's just the phrase that's in there. It's that whole style that works with it. It's the layering up of the images that you're going to find in the papers that work with these. So there is so much in it. I mean, if you were just to think about just the actual, the cards, for example, that you look at, one of these on a project, whether it be whatever it is you're doing, just one of those, you know, the quality, you'll build your images around these, because when you start looking at them and the details, the stories that you're going to find from that, just the drama from them, and they do have a very sort of theatrical feel about these as well, with the journey that's that you could be finding on these. But each card has been beautifully done, has a story, has a message, has an image that is bold, that is bright. And I think one of the real strengths, and I think this is why when you go for the complete collection, is what people love about Graphic 45, is we talked about the 12x12s all have those wonderful colours, and then in each of those individual elements that come with it, whatever the size is, whatever the part that you're looking at, that colour is strong, and you will be able to mix and match and pick them together, which is why I think the complete collections work so well, because it gives you just a wealth to work from and to build up with all your projects to go with it. When you start seeing these kind of price points, when you look at these, I know we talked about the smaller different options that you can have, just the 12x12, for example, the 12 or the 8 with the stickers, for example, whichever option you go for, those options all have a saving on them already. Now, those savings are not just discounted then when it comes to the complete collection. They are carried over, and then you get the additional saving on top of that. So actually, your saving on the complete collection with everything in there is actually £32. Now, the actual price for one complete kit is £36, around that price. So if we're not far off of a complete price point for a complete kit, you almost it's like you're getting 2 for 1 in that kind of respect when you start breaking it down like that. So it's a great opportunity to go for it. And if you think about the paper pads you've had in the past and how long they've lasted when you work with them, I promise you, let's just pick one sheet, for example, one sheet from this one that we're going to show you, and you work out how many projects on that card alone that you'll see. I'll forget about the reverse side of that, but on there, I mean, you can cut down and see you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 5 or 6 on those. Probably more if you wanted to do a little bit more sort of your smaller parts of the cutting. But again, you've got so many elements that you'll be able to work with just from one. So there's a lot in all of these. If you want to go for the Life's a Journey project, it's 012846. Really, really lovely. Now, the same option and the same savings, all of those apply to the second set that we've also got for you, which is your fashion forward complete collection. It has all the months in the year from Jan right the way through December. Each one of those is a different colour palette, but all those different colour palettes are picked up again in all the other elements that are all part of that complete collection. Again, all those savings are carried over. All of that is there, and that is 010995, and it's on your easy payments, £18.22, just your first of your PP for that, which is absolutely gorgeous. And again, just to sort of recap, when we start looking at these, I mean, we talked on that for a second, you know, with Life's a Journey, with how, just one of those 12 by 12s and the different images on here. You've got, on the 12, you've got each month of the year. And each one of those has got a separate colour palette and all those other different projects you can cut from, including you've even got your edges that you can work from if you wanted to go with those. But they're all absolutely beautiful. It's very stylish. If you love that sort of Christmas, you love those colours, you really love that story, you really love that font, you really love the detail that's gone to it. I mean, there are so many borders just to be able to cut and work from on these. They are absolutely beautiful and practical. Again, don't forget, great when you're working these in your scrapbooking for journaling, to actually have in here, for example, as Tina was showing us earlier on in her diary to work with, that you can use them practically and really brighten up those projects that you're working, rather than just a plain white paper, which if most diaries we've got nowadays has nothing in, except if we're lucky, a dentist appointment in June. That's about it. That's welcome to my life. 010995. All of those are absolutely brilliant for that price, $36.44. Also, we talked about the metal embellishments a second ago there. These are the ones that we talked about. They are $11.98, and they really do add a gravitas, and they're quite weighty as well. These, you know, they do give a bit of weight to your projects when you're working with it. 698,594 will give you those on the corners and the metal brads. We've also got for the washi tape and the door pulls, again, if you've got those little boxes, the little drawers on there, for example, you don't have to use them on that, but really good on that. Look at that, under £10, 132,743. The door plates we've also got, and the keys and the knobs on there as well, $11.98, 768,519. Really, really, really brilliant, and they really do make a big addition to your projects when you are working with them. Now, the journals have been very, very popular. You've got the travel album to start with. That is the one I've got at the back up here. And again, these are great, these, and they do have the binding that's on there. You've also got the wallets at the front and at the back, and at the front and back again of each of the individual pads on the inside. So you've got your plane from your pads, you've got your lines, and you've also got your grids that you can see. So really useful again, and they will just pop out if you wanted to keep, if you decorated your cover, you want to keep hold of that. These actual individual ones will pop out there because they are just brought together and kept on the elastic for themselves there. $12.49 for this one, 358613, proving very, very popular indeed. We've also got the craft square for the album, and this is brilliant, these actually, because with the tags in here, you've got, and again, really lovely, the rivets that you got around the edge in there. So very, very sturdy, very, very strong. So you've got that for your tags on the inside. You've also got your secret compartments that will work on the inside there. Of course, they will push open so you can keep other little letters or any sort of memorabilia or photos in there. Plus, on the other side, you've also got another slot there that you can use to store things in. So each page, really, really practical. And then on top of that, of course, room and lots of space for you to add lots more of your work. $11.99, that's 984,512 on those. And we've also got the ivory, and this is really, really lovely, and a lot of people have gone for this one. I mean, they're all great, but again, you've actually got, of course, your tag, you've got the inside secret pockets in there also, but again, really lovely for you to start with. What a blank canvas for you to create all of your work with. 406731 13.99, which is absolutely brilliant. Right, where are we going to next? We're going to go... Oh, we're going to go straight back over to Tina. Tina,
Okay.
are we okay for that?
We are, yes. So I'm going to use the last journal that you picked up. I'm going to use it. It's the same size, but mine's the black one.
Oh, right, okay.
So that's what I had. So here we've got some of the papers from the Life's Journey. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by doing one of the pages within, and then I'll close it and we'll do the outside as well. Okay, so the tag that I have from the book, which was in here, I'm just going to make that up first. So I've cut some of this beautiful blue paper, and as you can see, you've got all of these different patterns behind these words, which is fantastic.
They are lovely. They really are nice.
Definitely.
Of course, it's that same thing, isn't it? You know, that a project's only as good as the quality of the product that you're working with.
Yeah, I mean, when you are working with papers like this, then it does make your job easier, really.
Yeah. Well, you will notice the difference.
Definitely. So
I said it would be lovely. I know it's a bit late on, but if anyone's got any project they've done with their graphic 45 papers.
Oh, that would be lovely to see, yeah.
If you can send some through. We've still got, we've got 15 minutes left on the show live, so if you've got some, studio@hochanda.com, anything you've done with the graphic for. If you've got these papers and you've worked with them, it would be lovely to see those as well, because you might not have had a chance to show them off to anybody else as yet. Not seeing anybody else. So if you can, take your photos, send them through, and I'm sure that the guys and girls in the gallery will do our best to share them with us as well. But don't feel any pressure, everyone. But we'd be disappointed if you didn't, wouldn't we, Tina?
We'd just cry afterwards.
We would. We would.
If we don't get any.
We would. Yeah, it'd be lovely.
Okay. So let's get a couple of these little gems just here. So we've all got gems. These are graphic 45 ones, which I'm not sure, I don't think they're on the show, but I'm sure that some people have got these at home or any other gems as well. So that's my tag done. So I've used a nice piece of chipboard there as well. So that pops out. And I do love that image. I think that's really lovely.
But again, just showing those colours that complement the colours that are in there, and all the projects come together like that, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. Absolutely. So let's pop on some of the papers. So this is a good tip. Basically, you know that all these paper are going to match, so that you would know that the front and the back will also tone in. So on this particular side of the book, I've popped one side on, so I've used the same sheet, but then I've just popped it over, so I know that the writing will tone in with what's down the bottom there.
Right.
And then on the adjoining page, I then know that that's the same tone as this one. So, just keep it simple to start with, and then you can do all your different secret pockets afterwards, once you've gained a little bit more confidence. I know the Cool Cats Craft ladies, they do absolutely gorgeous books with all of their graphic 45 papers,
right,
and they are stunning. So there's lots of different inspiration out there, and we've all got different styles, haven't we? So it's really good to do that.
I think that's the magic of it, though, isn't it? Because everyone learns from everybody else.
Yeah, absolutely do. See, when I tend to do things, I tend to do it with more of a mixed media background, and other people do with more of a papercraft background. Yeah. So, it gives inspiration all over. Whatever you're into, it will, it sort of like helps you.
And nice to see how an idea starts from, and then people run with it and then adapt it and add on to that as well.
Definitely. So I'm just going to take one of the stickers from the sticker sheets and pop that there. So it's like a perfect fit almost. I have just gone a little bit over there, but so I will take that edge just off. There we go. And then I've got another of the chipboard pieces, and I think with this one I might actually pop that up there because I like the fact that that's going to tone in as well. So that one I'm going to pop up there. Keep moving forward. That's just a good message at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is.
And then I can pick another sticker to pop down on here, which is Enjoy the Journey. And then I've got a couple of these little things, which are like little gears and cogs, aren't they? So I'm going to pop those in, because again, it then brings my blues and the purples in.
From the yellow top. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I've got a little purple one here as well, just to pop there. And then in goes my tag. And then you've got space there to put either a journaling card or so like one of these, you could have that there, you could turn it around to have that there, or you could actually use the little secret pocket and pop your journaling cards in there.
That's great then as well.
Yeah, so that's the inside.
That's really nice, that, Tina.
All right, so we'll go straight onto the outside. Now I've ripped the front of mine, but that doesn't matter, because I've got these gorgeous papers to go on the front. This is one of my favourite pages from the actual book.
That is lovely.
It's just, I'd love a wall at home just to be done in this colour.
Is it the black behind it again? Because
I
you know
think
you mentioned
so.
that earlier on, didn't you? That they do seem to have that in between some of the images. That it's almost invisible, you don't see it, but it is there. It helps everything else pop. But
it really does. I mean, it's not in every single one of their collections, but it's in a lot of them. And I think that really does give, you know, a lovely effect to their papers, and it does make them pop. I mean, it's a bit like having, you know, if you prefer to use white gesso or black gesso, isn't it, underneath projects. And I tend to go for a lot of the black gesso. So popping that just onto the front
nice
there.
Colour, that. It is a lovely
It
colour.
is, and see how it pops. I mean, really, you feel like they've been painted on, haven't you?
Is. Yeah, that could easily be, isn't it?
I'm just going to flip that over and do the underside of it as well. See, I mean, even that, you could cut those letters out, use the lettering as well, just on the back there.
Well, that's the hard thing with double-sided paper, though, isn't it?
Well, this is why we have a couple of them in the sets, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So we can use whichever side we want to. But yeah, I mean, I'm not normally a purple, you know, a purple person, but this is just stunning.
And that's like, it's like a turquoise with it rather than sort of a straight, is it? It's not.
Yes, yeah, it's like a tealy colour, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So let's now have a look at what we're going to do on the focal part here. So I might go for that one rather than this one. I do love how big that is, but yeah, no, I'm going to go for the bigger one, I think. And what I'm going to do is, just so that you can see it better, is just pop something underneath there so I can keep that straight. So we'll have that one there, and then we'll go for that there.
That looks very classy, that, Tina.
Isn't it? It's beautiful. And then I've got some flowers and some other embellishments that we'll pop on as well as we go. So I'm going to keep this one fairly flat.
But that floral, you know, as a sort of a background to it, I mean, it's more than a background, it's a big cover for it. But again, the other elements that will have that purple in it, like you found there, that will go with it.
Exactly.
It's just all your hard work's done for you. It's just the combinations are endless of how you can work with it, and you're always going to end up with a beautiful complementing project.
You are. I mean, you could look at that and think, well, what is she doing with that? You know, that's not going to sort of like fit in with that, but I'm going to use that side. So they've always got like either a black or another colour, sort of block colour on the other side of it. So let's pop this one on. I do love the shape of these in the die cut pack. I think they're beautiful.
Yeah, the quality of that is lovely.
Yep. And then let's have a look. So I've got my lock as well. So this time I might have my lock up the top. I don't normally have that up there, but why not? Okay. So let's pop that there. And then with the, I can show you now what I mean with the corners. So you've got the flat one that I used last time, and then you've got the one that's just got the extra part. So the flat one would obviously sit on the top, and you can move that around, whereas this one would go on the edge there, and then it doesn't move once it's in.
Right, right.
Okay, so just to balance out what I've popped over there, I'm going to use one of the corners just in here.
It is amazing what a small piece of metal can make to
I
a
know,
project, isn't it?
isn't it? It's,
Is
you
it
know,
just because of the difference in the texture, we've gone from paper to everything, but as soon as you start putting in
this is
a
it.
solid element to it, it completely changes that feel of it.
This is it. So let's pop some gel medium there, and I'm going to keep it quite high and just press that there. Okay.
So this is something I want to open up. You do want, you're
yes,
intrigued.
this is it, isn't it? That, you know, and it's great to sort of like do something where someone actually wants to have a look.
Yeah. I know they say you should never judge a book by its cover, but I mean, you can't help but look at that and you would be intrigued to know what's going on inside.
Exactly, there. And I mean, I think this is about a lot of the artwork that I do. I like to give it texture, you know, to try and give as much interest as possible, because I'm sort of like used to. My dad was partially sighted, like towards the end of his life, and he, you know, he couldn't see as well, but he could feel, you know, on everything. So I always have that in the back of my mind, and I think it's something that I've just, you know, kept doing.
Yeah, I've never thought about it like that before.
Yeah, yeah.
A different way of sensing.
Exactly. Yeah. So for me, it's, you know, someone can sort of like feel what's on there and get the pleasure from it that way. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to group some of my little flowers here.
Really, honestly, they are. It's a cover for that, which is like everything works.
Yeah, it's I just love sort of building up, and I mean, some people may like stop now. Do you know what I mean? Other people will carry on going. So I like to you know, to not overload it, but I like to put a nice amount of embellishment on there, because I'm thinking if you're going to all the trouble of doing it, then, you know, let's sort of like do something that you're going to be sort of wanting to sort of keep yourself, if you like, you know.
Yeah. It is lovely.
I know when I've done a good like job, because I'll want to actually keep it myself and not give it away, you know. Okay, I think we will just put one more.
We're going to have we have about 3 minutes left, so.
Yeah. Okay, we're nearly there.
Perfectly timed with everything. Yeah.
There we go, and we'll just pop one more rose just here. And I do have a key. They're not the keys that are on the show. These are slightly bigger. I don't have the little tiny keys, but it'll give you the idea.
Yeah.
There we go. And let's pop that down. Yeah. So there we go.
That is absolutely fantastic.
We might just add that on there.
What a lovely project that you can see there, which is gorgeous.
As well. There we go.
Thank you.
Now I'm finished.
That's great, Tina. Do you know what? It is lovely. And this is all from the collection, the complete collection of Life's a Journey. So much in there. Can you see now? You get the picture. If you're interested in being introduced to Graphic 45, you get in the way that these complement every element. Everything is thought about here. The complete collection there gives you that brilliant saving. 012846. With everything, which is absolutely amazing. Now, of course, the same is achievable with your Fashion Forwards complete collection. Also, same principles applied. Everything is married up. The colours complement. All the little projects are there for you. It's been thought out so beautifully. That is also down to £36.44 because they've got smaller bundles. The savings of that are carried over, which actually gives you a £32 saving collectively with your extra £7 saving on top of that. So if you're going to go for everything, if you want to go for the Fashion Forwards, then you're looking at 010995. Absolutely beautiful. And again, we talk about complementing and creating with all of these. Let's just show you a couple again that you can work with, which is stunning. Again, we've got with a lovely little flowers on the love heart that's been worked on, a little MDF love heart there, but little projects that will come together. Or how about we bring to you a lovely, beautiful box, all decorated with those gorgeous colours of the papers themselves. Again, you see we've got those little embellishments and those little metal elements that are added to the corners. Really does bring out the whole look of these as a project. And that's just one of the cards, don't forget, you're looking at here. You've got so many that's in there. But again, you will be able to make some absolutely fantastic projects. So I really wish you the best of luck. And I know we didn't get time today, but maybe on another show, if you have got any of Graphic 45 papers, make sure you do share them with us as early as you can. Tina, thank you. I love the 2 hours of that together.
Yeah, it's been great. Yes.
Always lovely and inspirational, and great to see them coming. Your knowledge is brilliant working. Well, when are you back in?
I'm actually back at the end of the month with a brand new collection.
Ooh,
yeah,
right.
It's beautiful. Love it.
Oh, can you give us any little teasers?
Slightly steampunky.
Oh, okay. All right, okay. Slightly steampunky. Not giving too much, but just a soupçon of that as well.
But if I say slightly, then I haven't given it away, have I?
No, you timed that beautifully. Listen, safe journey home as well, Tina, and thank you very much, Steve, for your company. As yours as well, thank you very much, Steve, for your company. Always a pleasure, never a chore. Please don't go anywhere, though. We've got more shows if you're just sitting back with us now. See you soon. Yes, if you haven't seen Lou, of course, yet with the Studio Light Super Savers one-day special, then stay on for that one. Then, of course, you've got a Fabric Freedom Happy Hour. And then also we've got a Crafty Kitchen. I can smell it already.
Hi, we're the team from Daisy Bee Stamps. My name's Nina, this is Josie, and this is my dad Roy. And we design and manufacture our very own polymer stamps. So we wanted to add an extra element to our stamp collection, and this was down to Josie using her iPad and hand drawing the amazing sentiments that we now have in our collection. All our designs complement each other so that you